Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I want to share something with you. Let me be crystal clear to leave an everlasting impact upon you. Just imagine being buried alive. You're in the coffin, but you know you're not dead. You don't know how to get out of the coffin. You tried lifting the lid, but the enormous weight upon the lid prevents you from opening that lid. You then try to bang on the lid to maybe unsettle the dirt, and someone might notice and start digging their way down towards helping you. Usually, though, that's what it feels like to be addicted to alcohol and drugs. You know you need help, you can't do it on your own, but you don't know where to turn for help. You just think you're going to die. Usually, though, people don't think about death when they're habitually abusing drugs and alcohol. In order to feed an addiction, you have to be great at repressing the fear of death. I often ask you, my audience, did it ever cross your mind while you were abusing drugs and alcohol that maybe, just maybe, you might overdose and abuse and you lose something that needs to be saved by you, and that's called your life. And if you don't care about your life and you're selfish enough to keep doing it anyway, what about taking your life away from the people that love and count on you most? Your mother, your father, your brother, your sisters, husband or wife, children, even your grandchildren. With this, let me leave one last thought. Don't be like the person that I just spoke about that waited and waited and waited until it was way too late, and got help then. Instead, pick up the phone and call me at 844-405-HELP, and I promise you I'll help you take your life back. This particular segment is really dedicated to the gentleman in Pennsylvania that we spoke about when I was on the Strike Zone show the other day. I believe his name was Trevor Marsh, and Trevor has a few things that he wants to work on, and one of them is learning how to trust people. So, Trevor, this segment is for you, and this is how to trust, especially when you've been hurt. Most of us have felt like our trust has been compromised at some time or another. Excuse me. Has your trust been compromised sometime or another, ever? Let me just see why we're not getting this. Let's just okay, so we're not getting too far here, but if your trust has been compromised sometime or another, here is a way to start changing that. And to start changing that is, well, needless to say, these experiences can be very painful. Perhaps we still are scared to trust again. We think to ourselves, who can I trust? Trevor, is that what you think to yourself? Who can you trust? And how do I know I can trust them? But trust is one of those things that we can't just skip over. We have to learn to live with it. And it's a crucial ingredient to sustain our relationships. Some call it a foundation. Without it, it's really difficult to settle and just appreciate the person you're trying to trust. If we want to experience peace and happiness, my friends, then we must learn how to trust other people. And it is my intention to help you do that through this video. I'm going to talk about what trust is, what is a choice, and how to feel more of it in your relationship, wherever and whomever it might be. Let's start off with the undeniable truth. We all have reasons not to trust. Trevor, you have a reason not to trust, I'm sure. What I mean by this is that we all have felt hurt, disappointed, rejected, scared, and abandoned. We all have suffered in some way or another. Actually, we all have suffered in very similar ways. We all have felt the pain in whatever and whomever we lost that trust. We're all in the same boat, my friends. You and Trevor, you, I, we're all in that boat together. I say this because it's comforting to realize that you are not alone. We're in this together, people. We're all been hurt, and we're all trying to avoid this happening again. Usually the way we try to avoid being hurt in relationships is holding off on the trusting until we know that we are in a thing called safe zone. Trusting becomes the mechanism of protection. If the person earns our trust, then he will be gladly to give it to them. And if this is a problem, because there are never any guarantees in life. Asking someone to earn our trust often means we are asking them not to make any mistakes and not to cause to feel uncomfortable feelings towards us. And this is also a very hard, almost impossible task. Unfortunately, guarantees are not found in relationships. Only computers come with guarantees for a certain amount of time, not people, my friends. And guarantees are definitely not in our love or any other relationships. We are way too complex for that. In fact, you're not going to like this at all, what I have to say. But you are probably, you could probably guarantee that sometime or another, we will all get hurt by someone along the way in our path in life. I wish I could tell you otherwise, but the truth is it's disappointing sometimes. Rejection, fear, and abandonment are all part of the deal in all relationships. We feel these feelings regardless of who we are and who we're with. Not because we are untrustworthy people, but because we are all human beings. Trusting is a decision you must make, knowing that there aren't any guarantees in life. You have to realize that trust is not about finding the perfect trustworthy person. It's about signing up to work with the person you're with and learning to trust them. If we relate to trust through the perspective, then trusting becomes a much easier task at hand. All of a sudden we shift from trying to avoid being hurt, which is almost impossible, to recognizing that we can move anything that comes in our way. This helps us feel empowered, almost like a superhero. When we use past experience as reasons not to trust again, then we really are hurting ourselves. Again, we all have reasons not to trust people. We all have a long list, but wailing ourselves off each other only perpetuates the problem. This does not keep us safe. It keeps us lonely. If you are scared to trust someone, what can you do? That is what you might be asking, Trevor. Simple. You can make an informed decision and go for it starting right now, today. That's right. Jump in and have faith. When you decide to trust someone, it means that you believe that that person has integrity. Trusting is knowing that ultimately this person's intentions are good and safe. And it also means that you know that they're going to make mistakes, and you learn to forgive those mistakes. When we are scared, we all make mistakes. I mean, it hurts others. We don't act in our highest integrity sometimes, but we make mistakes. Fear makes us do crazy things. I'm telling you that right now. And if you're going to be honest with yourself, you know you've done some crazy stuff in your life. It's unfortunate, but it's true. If we could collectively realize this and approach others with compassion when they are wigging out in life sometimes, rather than condemnation, this world would be a completely different place, and our relationships would definitely be filled with a lot more trust. If we trust ourselves with first and foremost, learn to trust yourself. It allows us to deal with mistakes of others with a little bit more grace and ease. If you know that, or anything that I've said, everything else will just fall into place. No matter what your partner does, or your friend does, or your family does, no matter what challenges they bring to the table, you are going to be okay. Then trusting becomes easier each and every time. You recognize that trust isn't about never feeling another negative emotion again, my friends. It's about knowing that you can handle anything that comes your way. This is the real truth, and it's commonly referred to as having faith. Trusting is not about choosing the right person or choosing people in general. I mean, it's a choice, so do not choose blindly. But remember, you are not signing up to be in a relationship with a robot. You are signing up to be in a relationship with another human, no matter who that human might be. What you are saying is, when you choose to trust someone, is, I know deep down that you are a good person and you have good intentions. I know you are going to be scared and lose it from time to time, and I will support you and act with compassion no matter what happens. And I know ultimately my well-being is up to me. This is a big statement, a real commitment. It's also very, very doable. So Trev, it's very doable. I understand that sometimes you are scared. I get that, You've been hurt. I've been there too. But I want you to know, no matter what happens, you are going to be okay. Just learn to trust. Trust that coming from me. Believe that coming from me. And know that coming from people that want to be friends with you. When you do, you'll be able to offer trust to others too. And it will serve as a foundation for many long-lasting, loving relationships to firmly build upon. Picture trust being like a cement foundation under a house. And the better the foundation, the better the trust, the better support your house and you will have in the future. Learn to trust by following some of these things. And I just want to tell you this, Trevor, I do keep hard copies of this. I'll be more than happy to email it to you. I will finish this segment today. I will forward a copy of it to CJ Stryker, and he hopefully can get a copy to you. I don't have your email address, but you can call me at 844-405-HELP, or you can text me at 631-599-0218, and together, all of us will learn to not only love each other and have compassion with each other, but learn to trust each other again. And may God bless you.